This is the Boss Lady Business Show with your host, Theresa Campbell, where we talk about how to leverage your business for growth in today's global economy, how to be an extraordinary businesswoman, and provide you with the latest tips and strategies to help you kick ass as an entrepreneur. If you're building an empire, this is the place to be.
Hello, 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 and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Boss Lady Spotlight Show, where we help visionary leaders who have big dreams for their life review all the tools that you need to transform your life through the power of personal development and entrepreneurship. We do this by bringing to you real-life entrepreneurs who are really making it happen in the world, women from all over. Again, I'm really excited to say that in our group, and again, our group is Women Entrepreneurs International. We can be found on Facebook at Weibo Rocks, and our entrepreneurs include women from Australia and Germany and Africa and Canada, and of course, the good old US of A. My name is Theresa Campbell. I am your host for the show, and I'm really excited to host this program because, again, we are really about supporting women all over who are building their businesses and juggling families and careers and moonlighting and working 24 hours a day. So I'm excited to be your host for the program. And tonight is a very, very, very special program, but I will get into that, not just yet. Nonetheless, I do want to say, support a woman business owner. If you've listened to this show before, you've heard me say this time and time again. You've heard me say it before. Women are changing things in the marketplace, in economy. If you know 5 women, one is a business owner. Support her products and services. Buy from her, go to her store, really encourage and support her. Women will change. We are changing the economy. And a couple of fun statistics that I love to share, in addition to the fact that 1 in 5 women are entrepreneurs, in the United States of America, 9.4 million firms are woman-owned. And last year in 2015, we generated $1.5 trillion in revenue. That's a lot. Just saying all that to say, that is a lot. All right, again, this program is Boss Lady Spotlight Show. My name is Theresa Campbell. If you are looking to make a statement with your business and create your own kind of amazing on the internet, our company, Be Next Entertainment, can help you. I am CEO and branding strategist there. Would love to talk to you, see if maybe we can help you, switch up what you're doing with regards to your branding and marketing. You can find us at benextentertainment.com. That's BENEXT entertainment.com. Let's get into the show. This is not about me at all. So, usually we have a women entrepreneur and we are doing a live interview. Today I wanted to switch it up just a little bit and we're doing a Q&A. It's a special occasion and broadcast. Usually I am not the only one talking, but tonight, luckily or unluckily, depending on how you look at it, it's yours truly for the entire show. So we asked a couple of questions in the group, Women Entrepreneurs International, again on Facebook, Weibo Rocks, and I want to address a couple of questions that came up. Great questions, I love these. And again, we are about supporting each other, business growth, business development, customer acquisition, customer retention, all things business. And so these questions that we received, I think will help a lot of you really navigate that space of how do I get seen in such a crowded marketplace? How can people find me? And how can I really make a name for myself? So with that said, the very first question comes from Chanel in our group. Thank you, Chanel, for submitting your question. Really appreciate it. Chanel says, Theresa, I would like to grow my audience by speaking at local events, meetings, and conferences. What should I include in my introductory email to the decision makers that includes respect and tact? Oh my goodness, I totally love this question. I mean, haven't we all received an email that was a little coarse, we'll just say? And it's really important when you're reaching out to those who can sign a check or give you a credit card to really make sure that you're being respectful, not only of their position, but also of their time. So thank you, Chanel, for the question. And I am going to tackle that question in a couple of ways. First, of course, I'm going to tell you what you should not do. And second, I'm going to make some recommendations on what I've tried, what I've seen worked, and based on my experience in the industry. So first, I'll start with some mistakes, right? So these are the 8 biggest mistakes that you can make when it comes to email. The number one is including in your email something along the lines of, can I have just 30 minutes of your time? Never, ever, ever say just anyway, anything. Actually, the word just should not be in your vocabulary. And more importantly, when you're reaching out to someone who you need to say yes to you, just is the last thing you want to say. So if you're including in your emails, I would like to have just 30 minutes of your time, or just a 5-minute phone call, or just a quick coffee break with you, realize that in most cases, the time and attention that you're asking for is actually a far bigger ask than just emailing someone and asking them to send you a check. So basically, if you're reaching out to a director of HR, and her salary is $120,000 a year, you can add that up. 5 minutes, 10 minutes, a half an hour to her is a lot of money. So make sure that you're being respectful of time. Assuming that you have nothing to offer, I really enjoy when people email me and they offer something of value other than just asking. So even though you may feel as though you have nothing to offer and you have no value, there's always something that you can offer. The third would be asking for asking a general question or something that you can Google. So don't ask and say, hey, Theresa, what are the 5 strategies for branding? Or how do I do email marketing? Well, that's something you can clearly Google. If you come more specifically with some input behind that, you're more likely to have your email answered. Again, these are some big no-nos. First of all, when you're emailing people, and don't write really long emails. Nobody has time to do that. Nobody has time to read a book in an email. The next one is not following up. So even though you did not receive a request to your email, doesn't mean don't take it personally, and follow up. You never know where that person may be in their life or what's going on. Just don't make any assumptions. Follow up always. Give it about a week. Don't pester, don't hound, but always follow up. And never take no as a never. You can follow up a year later. You can follow up a half a year later, and you never know. You may receive a yes. It's happened to me before. So with that said, some positive things that you should do. Now, I've been in the business for, I've had my business be Mixed Entertainment now for 6 years. And when I first started, man, did I make some mistakes. And I used to write emails like this. I'll read it to you so you can get an idea. I hope you had a great holiday and are ready to start 2014 strong. I thought that was good. I know a lot of organizations do yearly planning around now. I would love to see how we could potentially partner to update your website or for a speaking engagement, insert whatever phrase. I was just curious who is the appropriate person for me to talk to from your team to discuss this matter further. Well, you want to know how many responses I got from that type of email? Big fat zero. Here's what's wrong with this. Again, I want to tell you what's wrong so you can have a very clear idea of what to do. What's wrong? First, the first paragraph has no interest whatsoever. I hope you had a great holiday. That's okay. I know a lot of organizations do yearly planning. Well, that's stating a fact. It's not anything that would engage or pull the reader in. And again, I'm asking question instead of offering value. I was just curious who is the appropriate person to speak to. No, zero responses on that. Zero, absolutely none. All right, so here's what I recommend, Chanel. All of that to say, here's what I recommend. Be yourself, be realistic, be real, and talk in your voice, okay? And I would offer this. There are a few things that I do now that generate quite a bit of response. Okay. Do your research. Number one, know who you're speaking to. Know their background. Google the company. Know what events they have coming up. Know what big initiatives are important to them. If they support any charities, know what those charities are and what events those charities or organizations may have coming up. Do research. I tell you, that goes a long way because it tells the person that you're emailing, you're really interested, and you're not just some fly-by-the-night person who is looking for another paycheck. Again, do some research. I said this, be real. Talk in your real voice using your real words and offer value. And I'll get to that in just a minute. And in offering value, solve a problem for the person that you're emailing. Be respectful. Don't make any assumptions. Don't ask for more. As a matter of fact, in the first email, you should not be asking anything. If you ask anything, that ask should be, is it okay for me to email you again to ask for whatever it is that you really want to ask for? Lastly, follow up. So here's what I'll say. Here's what your email should look like. Here's what I do now. Bear with me. Here's what I do now. So I may say something like, hey, Jill, I read in Black Enterprise magazine that you have an upcoming event at the Marriott in Baltimore. I have a great relationship with the concierge there. I'd love to make an introduction. Is it okay to make the connect? Something along those lines. Or, hey, Bob, I saw your article in Entrepreneur Magazine. Great article. I loved it. Keep up the great work. I do speaking on copywriting. I'd love to take a look at your next article and help you out with some copywriting. If you're interested, I understand. If not, I totally understand. If you're interested, please reach out to me. If you're not interested, I totally understand. Give something of value in that first email. Again, make sure you're saying things like, totally understand if you're too busy, but would love to connect if you're able. I tell you, these types of emails that I send get a lot of response. So you're reaching out, you're doing your research, you're being respectful. How are you being respectful? By saying things like, totally understand if you're too busy, but would love to connect if you're able. Is it okay if I email you again? Make sure you're asking for their permission. Again, how do I be respectful in an email? Hey, Bob, just a quick follow-up. I know you're super busy and you get a ton of emails, so I'm floating this to your inbox again one last time to see if we can connect. Thanks. Now, if you want copies of some of these emails or you want the actual emails that I'm reading to you now, just send me an email at Theresa, Theresa, at bnextentertainment.com, and I'll send these over to you. Again, do research on the company, be respectful, be yourself, be real, and offer some value. So Chanel, I do not know your platform or what you're speaking on, but let's just say your platform is marketing. I'll just say that because that's what I'm doing. So you want to reach out to, let's see, who would you reach out to? You want to reach out to an event, Women Entrepreneurs International Conference, and you have done your research, you know who the director is or the person in charge, you've researched the venue, you've researched the company, you know all that there is to know about the Women Entrepreneurs International Conference. You've researched what they did last year, how many people attended last year, what the attendance cost is last year. Maybe you also researched other speakers there last year. Okay, and now you have some research in your back pocket. I would email, let's just say her name is Sally. Hi, Sally, my name is Chanel. I'm reaching out to you. I read about your event last year, Women Entrepreneurs International. Sounded like a fantastic event. And I saw that you do panels like marketing and branding and copywriting. I actually have some old material that I've written on branding. I love to offer that free to your attendees. If that's okay, I'd love to email it to you. Let me know if this is okay. If you're not interested, I totally understand. Something along those lines, like seriously offer value first. Offer first, and then ask her permission. If she doesn't respond, that's okay. Follow up in a week and say, again, hey, Sally, just a quick follow-up. I know you're super busy and you get a ton of email. So I'm floating this to your inbox again, just one last time to see if we can connect. Thanks. And you send the same email that you sent earlier. I hope that is clear and that makes sense. Again, if you need the copy for the emails, send an email to me, Theresa at bnextentertainment.com. Again, one last thing I really want to reiterate, because I see this quite a bit. Be real, be yourself, and be respectful in your emails. And how does that look? So you can say something like this. Let me know if I can help you. Happy to send that off to you right away. Be upbeat also. Be, don't be a Debbie Downer. Add some life to your emails. And I'm just giving you some emails that I've sent recently. And maybe you can even make an introduction to someone in order to help your case. So for instance, you have a friend who does yoga, and you know of another friend who has an event coming up and she's having a special yoga breakout session for her attendees. You can make that connect and say, hi Sally, this is Chanel. I have a friend who does yoga. I saw that you have a yoga breakout session coming up in your upcoming event. Love to make the connect. Let me know if that's okay for you. And just let it go at that. Now, if those help you, Chanel, please give us a shout out and let me know. If you need more tips or strategies on how to really connect to people who can help you get more speaking engagements locally, please reach out to me. Let me know. Again, there is no cost for this. This is me giving back to the group. So I hope that helped. I really wanted to spend a little bit of time on that because emailing is really important, and connecting with the right people, influencers and mentors is really important. Typically, the way we do that nowadays is via email. So email is very crucial to your business. Again, if you need additional advice, input, and strategies, please reach out to me.
Thank you for listening to the Boss Lady Business Show with your host, Theresa Campbell, where we talk about how to leverage your business for growth in today's global economy, how to be an extraordinary businesswoman, and provide you with the latest tips and strategies to help you kick ass as an entrepreneur. You can find us on @Weibo Rocks. Tune in every week on Wednesdays, 6 p.m. Pacific. Till next time.